The President. The Honorable Leung Chi-chang mentioned the Democratic Camp members and also Dr. Cheng Chong-tai. I will ask the Honorable Leung Chi-chang to see whether he would like to clarify further or whether he would like to retract his remarks. President, on the television, I saw something and I was just repeating those as facts. I don't think I need to clarify anything. Chief Executive, please be invited to come into the chamber. Mr. Cheng Chong-tai, a point of order, President. I would like you to consult the legal advisor of this council whether what Mr. Leung Chi-chang said about me would be amounting to perverting the cause of public justice. Members are protected by the Legislative Council Powers and Privileges Ordinance. Of course, I know that, but then I'm involved in a legal case. Does it mean that he can just choose not to clarify? My ruling is, well, you have to rule whether he would be suspected of perverting the cause of public justice. No. Okay, if that is what you said, thank you. Ms. Priscilla Leung. Many members raised points of order today. I hope the President will clarify this because the public are watching. If someone raises a point of order, you have to be clear what is being said. Please stand while the Chief Executive enters the chamber. Ms. Priscilla Leung, please continue with your point of order. President, most of the points of order raised should be included in the time when the members themselves speak. I think they are wasting people's time because they are shouting slogans. Please clarify for the sake of the public that everybody should stand in line. We have a paper telling us which members ask the least number of questions. And please do not say that one political party has enjoyed priority. I hope you will clarify that for the public. Well, with regard to the Honorable Leung Chi-chang's remarks, indeed, they have raised a point of order that is warranted. But then, President, you also have to clarify that in the past, we also raised points of order saying that they also smeared us. And then, of course, they said that they were not talking about one particular member, but the entire party or the entire camp. And then that was left like that. It was not when you yourself were president, but then it was at the time when other people were presidents. We also asked for clarifications. Ms. Priscilla Leung, please sit down. According to the House rules, if in the same term, members who have asked the least number of questions at CE's question and answer session should have priority. If there are members asking the same number of questions, I can exercise my discretion to allow members from different parties and affiliations to ask questions so that we can hear different voices at the CE's Q&A session. That has been the case in the past and it is still the case now. And also, before every meeting, we will show you this list of members who have asked how many number of questions. Mr. Leung Chi-chang, have you completed asking your question? Yes, I have. Please ask the CE to answer. CE? Thank you. Thank you for Mr. Leung's concern about welfare issues. Mr. Leung has been asking about a card, a concessionary card for those who are between 60 to 64. And he's particularly talking about the public transport subsidy of $2 for those who over 65 and also the elderly healthcare voucher scheme. He would like those to be relaxed to cover people who are from 60 years of age. As I said when I answered another member, since we may be seeing a downward trend in our economy, we have to be very prudent with our public finances. And the Hong Kong population is aging. That is why we have a very difficult task. The $2 transport subsidy and also the EHVS, they are seeing a jump in expenditure year after year. But I can consider, together with Mr. Leung in future, how we can help those who are between 60 to 64. And that is how we can provide better facilitation in their daily lives for them. How can we, for example, help them with healthcare prevention work? But since today, I don't think I have time to go into other issues and topics. Maybe I should say more about what the SARG has done to take care of the grassroots in the last 2 years. I hope that from the policy address supplement, you can see what we have done. Please do not just look at the area of work in one policy address. And of course, if you can see the expenditure, well, at the time we took office, it was 6 million spending on welfare, but this year is over 80 billion instead of 60 billion when we took office. So I hope that you understand, given the present economic situation, we have to be prudent in what we do. But then for those who are most in need, and so that we can provide them with a safety net, the PA mentions that CSSA recipients, after a comprehensive review, will see a series of improvement measures. And also, we would encourage those able-bodied CSSA recipients to take up a job. We have increased the discounted earning ceiling. And also, we have increased the working family allowance, especially the child allowance, which has been increased by 40%. So we'll continue to do this. We hope that with more support in society, we can help the disadvantaged in society. We thank Mr. Leung for his concern. Mr. Leung, CE, well, I expected that kind of answer. I know that you will say we have to be careful with spending when there is a downward trend in the economy. But then you have said that you are sitting on $1,100 billion in reserve. And there are about 550,000 people in the age bracket of 60 to 64. I'm not saying that you should give them every kind of welfare once and for all. Well, at least you can give them the public transport subsidy of $2 so that they can continue to look for a job after retirement and also take part in social activities. You will just need like $300 million for it. Why don't you just say yes? CE? As I said just now, we have to be aware of the overall situation in society now and also other kinds of expenditure. But we are quite happy to take this up with members in the days to come. And that is what we can do for this age bracket of people who are 60 to 64. Many of them are still working in the workforce. Now, how can we boost facilitation and support for this group of people? I would be very happy to take that up with members. The Chief Executive's question and answer session ends. The Chief Executive now leaves the chamber. Members, stand up, please.
I
now adjourn the Council until 11 a.m. on Wednesday, the 23rd of October, 2019.